Hi. Hi. Okay, we left off on, did we read about the whole United States, sweetie? Do you remember? We're not going to play with the phone, though. We're going to actually just read. Okay, buddy? I think we did read about the Northeast. Okay, the southern states. The South, oopsie! Your baby's going to mess with the book, and that's okay. You just tell him, yeah, no. Okay. So, the southern states. The South is a large region of great geographical variety. I love the South personally. Parts of it are, let's see here, mountainous, crossed by the lower end of the Appalachian Mountains. I think we did read this into the Blue Ridge Mountains. I think we did. So you're looking at, just to remind everybody, District of Columbia, where Washington, D.C., obviously Washington, D.C., our capital. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. The baby has been to almost every one of these states except Mississippi, Louisiana, and Florida. I don't think we went to Florida. We had to go drive to North Carolina, so we went through a few of these states. Tennessee's super cool. Okay, the Midwestern states. Okay, buddy, hold on. Let's not break the book. He's really into it. If you can hear his little heavy breathing. You want to hold the mic? I'm going to read into it, okay? The Midwestern states. The Midwest occupies the center of the United States. It adjoins all the other regions as well as Canada. The land was formed mainly by glaciers retreating after an ice age millions of years ago. You're not going to play with that. No phone. So we're reading. Let's see here. This is a very big farming area. The Midwest has a lot of grain. Wheat in the north, winter wheat and corn are a lot of the products. And the Badlands and the Black Hills of South Dakota are unsuitable for crops. The Midwest is also rich in minerals and iron. And you can see here, there's the Midwest. And with the cord, sorry. Hey, buddy, listen in. The Midwest is also rich in minerals and iron and steel industries. In Gary, Indiana is a place. In Detroit, Michigan, Chicago is the largest. Let's read it. That's a good job. They want to explore the book, and you definitely want to let them. We don't need the book, though, baby. We can sit on a book when we're little like you. So, sorry, I lost the mic there. So, yeah, you got Detroit, Michigan's considered Midwest. Chicago, that's all considered Midwestern. The city stands, a beautiful Chicago. It's a cool city. The shores of Lake Michigan, and one of the 5 Great Lakes is what that is, and there they are. And I don't even know if this is still on. Let's see here. Hi, Dorothy Mommy, reading books for you, reading books for you. Okay. For you. Okay. The Great Lakes are bad. ASS, guys. The Great Lakes alone contain 99% of all fresh water in the U.S. That's crazy. Several states are dotted with thousands of lesser lakes. Michigan, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. They have like 8,000 apiece lakes. That's crazy. The Mississippi, Missouri River system also helps shape the geography and economy of the region. Whoa! Are we going to do music time later? Yeah. Okay, sorry. So interestingly enough, as I was saying, over 12% of the total area of North America is drained by the Mississippi and its tributaries. The Midwest accounts for some 20% of the total land area and 1/4 of the nation's population. Much of the Midwest, so there's the Midwest, was bought from France in 1803. Thank you, France. Thank you. By the U.S. government as part of the Louisiana Purchase. You remember that in American history. And there's Mount Rushmore. So all these places I'm going to take you guys to if you stay in my channel, because I am traveling the nation with baby and this guy and daddy. And we're going to go everywhere. And I'm going to take you everywhere with me. Okay, the southwestern states. The southwestern states of Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma tell another history of the United States far removed from the better known story of the 13 colonies in their vast territory or in the struggle for independence. From 1500s to the mid 1800s, this vast territory was dominated by Spaniards and then Mexicans. Spanish influence is still evident here, especially in the architecture and the place names such as Santa Fe, that means Holy Faithful, the territory's first capital. Here, too, the culture of the Native Americans remains visible, thank God, and it's beautiful, and I have been to New Mexico many times. It's a very beautiful place, and interesting and very isolated in areas, but cool. You got the Zuni. Here are two of the culture of the Native Americans visible. Ancient tribes such as the Anasazi. It's amazing to see their cliff dwellings, the Zuni, the Hopi. And they flourished as long as 15,000 years ago. They hunted bison and mammoths and later probably developed the first agriculture of the continent, as well as crafts such as basket weaving, first agriculture and on the continent, as well as crafts such as basket weaving. I don't know if I have you upside down. Are you upside down? Okay, so moving along. You can't play with the phone. You can't play with the phone. He wants to play with the phone. So I have to take it. Keep reading. It's okay if the baby isn't like right up in the business reading with you, because he's seeing you read and he's hearing the words. And that's a huge part of reading for kids is, that component. Okay, so back to it. All right. Cool. This part's cool too. Okay. So the Southwest, let's see, they hunted bison and mammoth and later probably developed the first agriculture on the continent, as well as crafts, like I said, basket weaving and pottery. My mom has a lot of Zuni stuff. When the Spanish arrived, they found settled communities whose village culture they called simply pueblo, which means town. The Southwest is a region of vast open plains, mountains, and desert. Its most renowned feature is the Grand Canyon in Arizona, and it's 277 mile, which is 450 kilometers long gorge cut by the Colorado River with a depth in places of 1 mile. Buddy, you're going to go to the Grand Canyon. I'll take you guys there too, if you want to go there. And you guys can kind of request once we get our van and we start traveling where you want to go, and we will take you with us. Okay. Oklahoma is definitely a place we're going to go. We're going to take you on a river tour and float tours and all different fun stuff. So be ready for that on Trauma Mama channel. Oh, look at this guy standing. Look at you standing. Oh, the love of my life. Don't tell your brothers, but you're my favorite little boy. Okay. The Southwest is a region, like I said, of all that vastness in the Grand Canyon and the depths in places of 1 kilometer or maybe I said that wrong, sorry. Yeah, 1.6 kilometers. The canyon reveals in its many layers of beautiful colored rock the development of the continent over hundreds of millions of years, which is so cool and so amazing. Okay, so Oklahoma was the earliest part of the Southwest to be acquired by the United States as part of the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. The state of Texas joined the Union in 1845. Most of the remaining Southwest territory was acquired as a result of the Mexican War from 1846 to 1848. And then there's lots of cool pictures. I don't even know if you can really see that, but as you can see, of the U.S. So that's cool. And I don't know, like if you watch Joe Rogan or any of those guys, they talk a lot about the Native American history and bring on a lot of good speakers and stuff on that. And there's bison runs, and they happen in Texas and other places where they just run all the bison, because I guess bison are really dumb, off cliffs and kill every single bison. So we had no bison, and it used to be bison everywhere. And of course, we've replenished that. This is where we're going to take you this summer. So this is a part of the Rocky Mountain states because we really want to go to this area. Okay, this is important, baby. This is important. As their name suggests, the Rocky Mountain states of Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, Montana, and Nevada, and Idaho are crossed by the Great Mountain Range, the greatest in North America, the Rockies. And they extend north to south through the west central United States. Would you want to play with things? You want to play with things? Well, again, because I hate you having to hear a little cute baby cry, and he wants my phone. Here, baby, hold on. I might have a solution. It's a naughty solution. It's another phone. You know, as a parent, sometimes you cave in to your kids' wants because you want to be, here, look, you have your own little phone that's not real. So we're going to keep reading cutes. Okay, so here is the beautiful section of the Rocky Mountain States. And this is Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, Nevada, Idaho, and Montana. Montana and Idaho, they're all beautiful. And I've been to all, Nevada, sorry, beautiful states. They're all uniquely different. So we'll continue on. Whoa, jamming out. What are your little booty twitchies doing? You turned it on. Good job. Okay, so let's see here. The Rockies extend from north to south through the west central United States. Running along the crest of the mountains is the Continental Divide. Rain falling east of this line forms rivulets and then larger streams and rivers that eventually drain into the Gulf of Mexico or the Great Lakes. And into the Atlantic. Rain falling to the west of it eventually reaches the Pacific. The Rockies contain several national parks. The best known of these, located mainly in Wyoming, is Yellowstone. So this is where we're taking you. I'm going to show you all the geysers. I went when I was a little girl. I'm now almost 40 years old, and I'm so excited to take you. And of course, little guy and the big boys, big brothers are coming, and yeah, it's going to be really cool. So I'm excited. This should be this summer for us. Also, we're going to be taking you on some campaign trail stuff for the election coming up, presidential election in the U.S. So these are some fun things to look forward to if you are a part of my channel. This is a channel about my life. It's vlogging. But I am a mother who breastfeeds, and I really advocate for normalizing breastfeeding, and that boobs are just fat and they're no big deal, and you don't need to freak out about cleavage or women. I don't know. There's so many reasons why women are discriminated against for having larger boobs. I've had large boobs my whole life, and it's very embarrassing. I hide them, and I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm not going to be someone who is ashamed of myself anymore, including my belly or my thighs or my crooked toe or my crooked tooth or whatever it may be. And I'm going to live my life. So I'm going to keep vlogging and showing you all that I have in my life to offer and educate and support and love. So I will finish this up, and then we will be done with reading time. I might do a music time with baby tonight. We might do a real jam session. We'll let you know. Right now he's trying to open an Instagram account, and I'm not going to allow that. Uh-oh, here he comes. He's coming for it. He wants the camera. Would you play your music? Oh, that's a good choice. That's a really great choice. He's getting so big, you guys. It's just crazy. Okay, so. Okay. And finally, let's finish up, buddy. Whoopsie. Baby's so funny. Baby's so funny. Okay, so let's read. What's the book? Look at that face. Look at the happiness in a baby's face. This is the purest part of life, is this love. So we're going to go to Yellowstone, guys. The best known of these, it's like crazy, huge park. But guys, I'm going to probably show you elk, moose, wolves, and even grizzly bears. They all inhabit the park, and they're protected, and it's beautiful geysers. It's an abundant wonderland, and we're going to take you there this summer. So I will finish the Rocky Mountain State tomorrow. We are so glad that you have found our channel. There are so many things you can watch, and we totally understand that, and we appreciate you. And I'm sorry I don't show my face fully. I am a serious business person in my town, and I just don't want my face to be shown. So I hope you understand. I really, really appreciate you allowing me to share my life with you, and I love you, love you, love you. Have a great night, and read books with your baby. Read books with your baby every day you can. Every day you can. Love you. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.